Hey, what's up, guys? It is Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we have an 11-game slate today for the NBA on Wednesday. We're excited to get into it. The board is still not super populated for how many games we have, but we have 4 picks that we're stoked on. Yeah, they were taking forever to update last night, so we didn't put out the night video, but we tried to get this video out to you as early as possible. Should be a good day for basketball. Before we get into our plays, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. It just helps us grow, and we really appreciate it. You guys really don't know how much that helps. Like, it's funny. You guys just press a button, and it actually helps us expand what we're doing. It goes a long way. So we really appreciate it. And then if you have any questions about props, just drop us a comment, and the best we can, we try to hop on our research tools and help you guys out in the comment section. So if you have any questions, let us know. And then, let's talk briefly. Jordy got the sweep last night, which was awesome. I came close, not with Booker. It was bittersweet because my Suns played awesome, even without Kevin Durant. I love what Mike Budenholzer has been doing with the Suns. We look so much better. But yeah, no KD. That didn't sway me from wanting to take that 7.5 assist line because he went for 12 in the game before that without KD. But yeah, I mean, it was just, there's a couple things that I noticed. For one, the Suns, for the first half, guys were missing wide open layups or fast break layups and stuff. And so there were multiple opportunities where Booker had a guy open and then they missed that. But there was also a lot of fouling going on in the paint. And so a few times as well, I was just getting frustrated. I'm like, here we go. Let's start stacking up these assists. And then they get fouled and they're just, shooting free throws. I think they shot 22 or 24 free throws last night. And then in the fourth quarter, Booker just got hot and he was the closer. So he wasn't looking to distribute as much. Happy we got the dub as a Suns fan, but it was a bummer that we didn't cash those assists. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker, his PRA, we ended up missing it by 1 bucket. We took it at 11.5 and he ended with 10, which was kind of surprising, to be honest, because the Wolves started off so slow. We're not looking good. And then, he was able to get a little bit more active towards the end there. There was also a couple times that, some plays looked like we were going to cash with Walker, and then fouls or, just typical frustrating stuff. But still went 6-2 out of the 8 picks. So that's a step in the right direction. I just need to get my sweep now. But the biggest takeaway is what we were hoping for from the NBA Cup is what we got. I mean, Derek White, I was stoked about that 27.5 line, even though it got bumped all the way down to 24. And some people in the Discord were like, dude, this is down at 24 now. And I was just like, I don't know why they're moving these lines like they are. Maybe Tatum, being activated was why it got bumped down. But we were talking about the Cup, situation, and Derek went for 42. It was just fireworks. We saw teams continuing to score down to the last second because of the way this seeding goes. So I love that the NBA implemented this. It gives us a lot more action earlier on in the season, and thank God it's finally here. So I think our next NBA Cup slate is Friday, which would be dope for Flex Friday. So, all right, let's talk briefly about our partners. Parlay Play is our latest partner, and we're running a special with them. We've collaborated with them to add a 30-day membership into our Discord when you sign up and use the promo code Backdoor with Parlay Play. They're going to give you 100% deposit match up to $100 plus a $5 promo slip, which I've said before, I'm a bigger fan of that you get a full slip instead of a free pick. But the free pick is still awesome, But yeah, I like the promo slip that they throw on there as well. So you'll get that up to $100, 100% deposit match. And then if you use code Backdoor, it's going to activate 30 days in our Discord as well. So to take advantage of that, just email us at bdfantasysports@gmail.com And we just need your Discord username and your Parlay Play username. And then Parlay Play updates us pretty early in the morning every day on who used the code and who didn't. So as long as your name is on there. And so it's, you got to make sure obviously the code doesn't do anything without making your first deposit. So once you make your first deposit and you use the code, it activates it, and then we can get you in the Discord for 30 days. So yeah, it just takes about 24 hours for them to update us on who used the code that day. So if you want to take advantage of that, it's pretty fun. We've been enjoying getting, we've actually had a decent amount of people taking advantage of that, hopping in the Discord. It's been nice to meet these new people. And then we're also partnered with Underdog. So if you use code BACKDOOR with Underdog, they're going to give you up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit, plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. And it's good to diversify the platforms you're on. You want to be getting the best value, and they're really competitive. So I've actually been jumping back into Sleeper quite a bit lately. It's just funny how there'll be certain lines over on Sleeper that it's just super inflated, and then random lines that you're like, oh my gosh, this is the cheapest around. So it's fun to bounce around. All right, let's talk about our plays. I'm going with Derek Jones Jr. Over 12.5 PRA. I'm getting that on Parlay Play. It's not on Prizepicks. And then Derek White, I'm going to be going with his PRA over 24.5. I'm running it back. And then what am I getting on Underdog here? We're getting the same thing. So same thing on Underdog, Derek White PRA and Derek Jones Jr. PRA. And then Prizepicks does not have the PRA for Derek Jones Jr. So if by the time you're watching this, they have that and it's in the 12.5 range, 13 even, I like that the best, but I will take his points rebounds at 11.5. That seemed like the best option if we can't get the full PRA. And then I'm going with Derek White, full PRA on Prizepicks as well. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so I'm going to be going with Kyle Kuzma for over 2.5 assists and Jarrett Allen for over 13.5 points and assists. We're getting these lines on both platforms, except for or all three platforms, except for Parlay Play, where we have to take just Jarrett Allen's regular points. And we're getting the points assist over the Underdog, so feeling good about these two picks for sure.
All right, well, let's start breaking them down. Let's see here. All right, so Derek Jones Jr. We'll start with the points rebounds on Prizepicks. So he's gone over this 8 out of 11 games, 73% hit rate. Just coming off that game against OKC where he went for 20 points and 5 rebounds. Take a quick look at the injury report. Nothing significant. On the opposite side, Fred VanVleet is a game time decision. Jock Landell, game time decision, and maybe we'll see Steven Adams. They're saying he's a game time decision. The league is more fun with Steven Adams, so hopefully he's able to actually get back on the floor soon. But yeah, I like this play. I think that his lines have just been too low for a while now, and we've been taking it and cashing it. But the matchup isn't too bad. 7th in points allowed, so above average against small forwards, but 11th in rebounds allowed, so a little bit of a soft spot there. So yeah, I like the points rebounds if that's all I can get at 11.5, but I'll take the full PRA for just an extra point. Because he can have some games where he, just gets a couple assists. And if it was more than this, I wouldn't be like, a 1 point bump. I'll take it. The matchup is tough though, for assists allowed. So first in assists allowed to small forwards, 7th in points, and 11th in rebounds. But yeah, his minutes have been relatively consistent throughout 2024. He's averaging 27.1 minutes per game, just 3 fouls per game, not getting in foul trouble. Shooting well, 51% from the field, 8.7 attempts per game, and then 45% from beyond the arc, only averaging 3.8 attempts. But still, that's pretty solid 3-point shooting. 6.1 rebound chances per game, and then 1.5 potential assists. So yeah, go with your gut. If you like the points rebounds better, he's not usually looking to facilitate, but since it's just the 1 point bump, I'm happy to take it because I could see him cashing this on points alone, but yeah, usually in a situation like that, like he just needs one assist to make the difference. But if he happens to go for 2, it could help us out a little bit on the full PRA. So here's a little note from Outlier. Derek Jones Jr. has exceeded 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 4 out of his last 5 games. Okay, yeah, thanks. We see that. And then let's take a look here. So this one might be juicy. Like the favorite play, I saw everyone taking this on the popular tab as well, is this 3.5 rebounds and assists. That does look juicy, but I just want to be attached to his points because he's been scoring really well lately. And I just, I don't know. If you'd rather take this, take it. I'm not saying to not take it. It is juiced to go over, 51.98% odds to hit the over, -128. And then, yeah, everybody that has this has it favored to go over. Just a few platforms giving us that line. So I don't blame you if you'd rather take that. They've got his points, rebounds favored to go under, 51.22% odds to hit the under, -123. And there's mixed emotions on the platforms offering this. A lot of them have it at like 50-50 shot. Some have it favored to the over. Some have it favored heavily to the under. But I would just, I don't know. I would rather just take the points, rebounds if I can't get the full PRA, and maybe I'll throw the rebounds and assists on like one slip. Something about it. I think he could cash it, but I don't know. I don't see him cashing that and not hitting his full PRA, but I could see a situation where he's not as active on rebounds and assists tonight, but he cashes on points alone. So I just like the value we're getting with the points. The optimizer doesn't like the points at 8.5. It's a 50.51% odds to hit the under. So not like heavily juiced to the under, but we see this sometimes. Let me take a look at this over under here. See what we're dealing with. The 214 over under, Rockets favored by 5, playing in Houston. I just think overall this line is too low. That's the main reason I'm taking it. But let's talk about Derek White. The head-to-head for Derek White on the PRA, he's only hit this once in the head-to-head. Obviously, that's only one game this year, and then bouncing back to last year. But that game that he didn't hit it, he only missed it by 1 bucket, and he had a pretty low rebounding night. Did decent on assists that night, and that's pretty wild. He played 42 minutes that night too. That was, yeah, I mean, Brooklyn has been kind of hard to gauge. They're like randomly just like showing up against these teams where you think it would be a blowout. And I think we have a pretty tight spread on this game as well. I mean, all things considered, I mean, a 218 over under, Boston favored by just 8.5. We saw last night it was a 15.5 over under, or I'm sorry, spread for Boston. And that ended up being a relatively close game. So playing in Brooklyn, I'm comfortable with him getting over this. If we take a look at 2024 in general, he's done this 75% of the time, 9 out of 12 games. Obviously last night he got hot against Atlanta, went for 31 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Just absolutely crushed that line we were taking. And then the matchup here, 11th in points allowed, 8th in rebounds allowed, and 25th in assists allowed. So major soft spot there with the assists. But again, like I want a little bit of everything for this, because regardless of the matchup, he can get hot from beyond the arc and just start dropping threes. So, averaging consistent minutes at 34.7, played 37.9 last night. Just 2.5 fouls per game, shooting 49% from the field on almost 14 attempts. So 13.8. That's in the comfortable zone. I like guys that are in the double digit attempts, at least if I'm taking like the points as well. 42% from beyond the arc, averaging 9.2 attempts per game. He's almost averaging 4 3-pointers per game, which you love to see. 8.4 potential assists, and then 8.9 potential rebounds. So this dude's just super active. I don't need to tell you guys who Derek White is. The dude is amazing. He's exceeded 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 6 of his last 7 games on the road. So plays good on the road. So everything's looking solid for this. I'm happy to take the 24.5. We took that 27.5 and he went for 42 last night. Doesn't mean he's just going to do it again tonight, but I feel good about this play. If we take a look at the optimizer, they like his points assist the best, probably because of that soft spot. So if you'd rather take that at 19.5, go for it. 53.02% odds to hit the over, minus 132, so heavily juiced. I was thinking about taking that in the first place, but the rebound matchup doesn't necessarily scare me. And then I think it was in the head-to-head. Yeah, that last game, he only went for 3 boards. So I think that he can do better than 3. The matchup before that, which is from last year, he went for 5. So if you'd rather take the points and assists, just take that. But yeah, let's take a look at the full PRA here. They do have the full PRA favored to go over. 51.16% odds to hit the over, minus 123. And this is like on every platform right now. I'm sure I would be surprised if this doesn't get bumped. But yeah, everybody's favoring it to the over. We've got like FanDuel at a 50-50 shot, but for the most part, everyone's favoring this one to go over just slightly. So yeah, that's going to cover my 2 plays for today. If you guys do want to check out Outlier, you can try it for free. Just go through the link in the description of the video, and they're going to let you try it for 7 days. They cover matchups, injury reports, insights about the players, help you kind of like, put it on your radar if there's particular props on, specific platforms that they think are good. They give you a little note as to why they think it's good, and then you can just click that button and it'll take you straight to that platform and lock it in for you. So it's pretty dope. And then you have all these different categories that you can break down, and you can take players in and out of the equation. Yeah, obviously Kawhi Leonard is out, but I could take him out and then just see like what Derrick Jones Jr. was doing on the floor without Kawhi. So it's a really helpful tool. Give it a shot. Try it out for 7 days. See how you like it. All right, Jordy.
All right. Yeah. So to get into mine, I've got Kyle Kuzma for over 2.5 assists. I feel good about this line. He went over this 52 out of 70 games last year. This year he's already gone over it 2 out of 4. His minutes have been a little weird because of the injury, but he's finally off the injury report now. So hopefully he's ready to roll, and he gets, a decent minute share tonight. I'm hoping for at least 30. He has hit this line on 24 minutes before though. And his potential assists look pretty decent when he is like in the game playing his traditional role. In that Cleveland game, he had 6 potential assists in 29 minutes or in 24 minutes. So he's getting about 29 minutes per game right now. Hopefully that goes up a little bit. As you can see here against Atlanta, he played 40 minutes. So hopefully that's what we get tonight. And I like this. I mean, the head-to-head, he's gone over it twice. In just 29 and 31 minutes, he had 11 potential assists in one game and 9 in the other. So he is trying to assist the ball. So I do like this play a lot. First in assists allowed, though, it is a tough matchup. San Antonio have really been playing tough defense this year, but Kyle Kuzma is staying out of foul trouble. He doesn't really foul a whole lot, so that's good too. But yeah, not a whole lot to go off of because he's only played 4 games, but this is his top over at a minus 126 and a 51.97% chance. So I feel good about this one to go over. We're getting this on every platform too, so I feel good about that. And then Jarrett Allen, just kind of staying in the flames with Jarrett. I mean, he's been awesome this year. He's had like 3 weird games where he's just kind of like fell off the map. But when you look at the grand scheme of things here, the dude's staying out of foul trouble, and he's just been like, absolute wagon so far. And head-to-head, he's gone over this 4 out of 4 games with just monster games. I mean, every time he's matched up against them, he's almost dropped 20 points, 26, 21, 24, and 13 in that last game, but he had 2 assists. The reason I like this points assist line is because we're getting his points assist just 1 point higher than his regular points. So we're getting the points assist at 13.5, and we're getting his points at 12. So I like the points assist because this is a guy who can get 2-3 assists a game. So I mean, I like his assist line in this game too. A little bit of a tough matchup, just middle of the road. 50th in points allowed, 11th in assists. Obviously, Joel Embiid is back, so maybe he plays better defense. I don't know. In that last game last night, he looked really slow and just out of it, and he was just trying to draw fouls. I think all of his points in the first half came from fouls, so just foul shooting. So I mean, there's that. But Jared Allen's points assists are minus 126 to go over, and a 51% chance to hit the over as well. So I feel good about these. They're kind of 50-50 shots in a sense, but I think that's just because the lines are just a little high, not like crazy high, but honestly, Jared Allen's points are right where they need to be, and the points assist just pushes it over the top for me. So I'm going to be riding out with him today, and yeah, that's going to cover my 2 plays. Not a whole lot to talk about because they're pretty simple. So I mean, Jared Allen's gone over this 9 out of 12 games this year so far, so he's just been, like I said, an absolute wagon. Last year he went over this line 66 out of 81 games, so the dude's just a stud for sure. And these lines are still kind of low. They're struggling to catch up to what Jared Allen's points should be at. I think last year they had his points at like 17.5 for like every game, so still really good value on Jared Allen's points here. So yeah, if you guys want to check out this optimizer from Daily Grinds, you see I can just punch in Jared Allen there, but if I take him away, I can look at all the top plays for the board today, and they've got, you know, tons of NHL plays up here. This is the thing, I don't even watch hockey, but these, I mean, a minus 330 for this play, I mean, a 74% chance to hit. I have no idea. Do not take my word for it, but I mean, a minus 330 is crazy. I know nothing about hockey, so maybe you hockey fans are looking at this and you're like, oh yeah, that's terrible, but I have no idea. I mean, this is insane. All these NHL plays are like a 60% chance to go to hit, so I don't know. But that's the cool thing about this DFS optimizer. I mean, I might just make a 4-man with some of these plays and see how they do, but if you guys want to check out the DFS optimizer from Daily Grind, hit up dgfantasy.com and use code BACKDOOR at checkout, and they'll give you 25% off of your first purchase. So whether you want to lock this in for like a month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year, they'll hook you up with that 25% off of your very first purchase. And yeah, if you guys want to check out Chalkboard, they're another DFS platform like Prizepicks and Underdog and all that, but they run so many specials every day. The other day, I think they had like 10 specials up on the board for just NBA alone with the cup games going on. So today, I'm sure they'll have something very similar with there being 11 games. And that's just the value you get over there. And they also have a ton of alt lines. Before Parlay Play and Underdog were really doing it, they had so many alt lines up over there. So that's one of their things too. But definitely go check them out. And if you use code BACKDOOR at checkout, they'll give you 100% match up to $100. And they'll give you a free play to help you cash that first slip. So that's going to cover it all for me today. And yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys want to come join us in Discord, you can take advantage of the Parlay Play deal that we're running right now. That'll get you 30 days. But if you want to just hop right in, just go through Patreon. That manages our subscriptions. Once you're signed up in Patreon, just go to the connected apps option in the menu bar. That's in the settings. And then you just sign into your Discord right there. And they'll get you hooked up. You can hop in the community chat, let us know that you're new so we can welcome you. We cover all sorts of stuff in our Discord. We have an extra analyst in here, Moose. So yeah, we do DFS picks, but we also talk fantasy football. We go through like matchups and rosters and stuff, which we've kind of had to put our fantasy football podcast on hold for the time being with our schedules. It's just been a little too crazy for us to keep up. But hopefully we can bring that back at some point. But for now, it's just been, we got to focus on what you guys have subscribed for, which is the picks. But yeah, if you want to come join us, just go through Patreon. And then if you want to follow us on socials, like we're just at BackdoorFS. We're on X, Instagram, TikTok, and then you can follow me and Jordy and Moose. All of our handles are in the description of the video. And I have a quick question for you guys. We were kind of like going back and forth in the Discord last night a little bit about this, but I'm curious, like, what do you guys think about the NBA Cup courts? Like, are you a fan or are you not a fan? Because
here's my eyes.
Well, I mean, I like them, but I'm curious. I think it's fun to change it up a little bit, but I was kind of surprised. Like, I mean, if it hurts your eyes, come on, bro. It's not hurt your eyes.
It's just too much to look at. I don't know. It's like hard to focus on the game. There's just so much going on. It's like,
is that hard colors for you?
Yeah. Got a little slow brain going on.
I mean, like, to me, it makes me feel it's almost kind of like 2K type of vibe. But yeah, I'm curious because I was kind of shocked that so many people that didn't like it. But then we had some in the Discord that were on the same page. But let us know what you think. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we will be dropping our NFL picks video sometime today. We'll see how that goes, but looking forward to getting into that as well. And then for the NFL picks video, don't forget to tune in because we're doing another Discord giveaway. So yeah, have a great day, guys. We'll catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.